In travel news for April 11th, 2024, we talk about the recent hunger strikes and other demonstrations on the Canary Islands protesting over tourism. We have transportation strike updates from across Europe, and Disney is revising their disability access service in response to misuse. But before we begin, I'm Brandon with the Adept Traveler, an award-winning travel agency that makes travel so easy. Even a blind traveler like myself can do it. And now, Today in Travel. In the picturesque Canary Islands, a paradise known for its inviting climate and scenic beauty, a crisis is unfolding. The archipelago, having welcomed a record 14.1 million foreign travelers in 2023, is now facing the adverse effects of over-tourism. This surge in tourism has led to significant backlash from the local population, with many residents finding themselves priced out of their homes and communities. The islands are witnessing a series of planned protests and strikes, including a hunger strike in Tenerife, aimed at drawing attention to the unsustainable influx of tourists and the construction of new hotels that exacerbate local grievances. The heart of the protest lies in the demand for more sustainable tourism practices. Activist groups argue that the current model of tourism development is unsustainable, straining the island's limited resources and infrastructure. The construction of new hotels has resumed despite previous halts due to environmental concerns. This move has sparked plans for island-wide demonstrations under the banner "The Canaries Have a Limit," emphasizing the need for a balance between welcoming tourists and preserving the island's way of life. The influx of tourists has led to skyrocketing rental prices, making it increasingly difficult for locals to afford living on their own island. Many residents find themselves in dire straits, with incomes that barely cover the rent, pushing some to resort to sleeping in their vehicles or even local caves. The rise of short-term rental platforms such as Airbnb and Booking.com is often cited as a major factor in the housing crisis, consuming the island bit by bit. Amidst this backdrop, the Canary Islands are also grappling with broader issues brought on by mass tourism, including strains on health services, waste management, water supplies, and biodiversity. Reports indicate that nearly a third of the local population is at risk of poverty or social exclusion due to these pressures. In response, residents have taken creative measures to deter tourists from overcrowded areas, including fake closed to overcrowding signs and anti-tourism graffiti. The Canary Islands' struggle with over-tourism serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance required in managing tourist influxes. While tourism is a vital economic engine, its unchecked growth can lead to social and environmental degradation, highlighting the urgent need for sustainable tourism practices. As the islands brace for upcoming protests and seek solutions, the world watches, hoping for a resolution that safeguards both the beauty of the Canary Islands and the well-being of its residents. Travel across Europe this April may hit a snag as various transportation strikes are set to take place, affecting trains, public transportation, and even airport operations. From the United Kingdom's localized train strike to Italy's public transportation walkouts and potential disruptions to Paris's upcoming Olympics, staying ahead of strike schedules is crucial for travelers. In the United Kingdom, while a nationwide train strike isn't on the horizon, various local actions will disrupt travel in April. The union's industrial action on April 13th will affect cross-country services, and other union strikes from April 15th through April 20th will hit Northern Rail and LNER services. Additionally, London Underground customer service staff are currently engaged in a walkout, leading to some station closures and impacting city transit. A potential strike at London Heathrow Airport, scheduled from April 11th through April 14th, has been called off to allow for further negotiations over working conditions. However, travelers should remain vigilant as unresolved disputes could lead to future strikes. Italy braces for a nationwide transport strike starting today, April 11th, by two of its largest unions. This walkout, affecting rail and other public transport services, will occur in 4-hour intervals across various cities. With the Paris Olympics on the horizon, France faces its own strike challenges. The union has announced a 7-month strike notice, threatening to disrupt the bus and metro network. In response, the French Senate has passed a bill to potentially ban transportation strikes during major events, aiming to minimize disruptions during Paris 2024. Germany sees a light at the end of the tunnel as Deutsche Bahn reaches an agreement with the train drivers' union, ending months of strikes. Similarly, Verdi has called off strikes at various German airports following a pay deal, ensuring smoother operations across German transport services. April's transportation strikes across Europe underscore the importance of staying informed and prepared when traveling. With disruptions expected in the United Kingdom, Italy, and potentially France during the Paris Olympics, alongside the averted strikes in Germany, travelers should plan accordingly. Keeping updated on the latest strike information will not only help in planning your journey, but also in navigating any potential inconveniences, ensuring a smoother travel experience during this period. Disneyland in California and Walt Disney World in Florida are revising their disability access service rules, aiming to address the program's misuse while maintaining its intent to support visitors with disabilities. This comes amidst reports of increased program usage and congestion in attraction lines. As the most requested service at both parks, these changes are pivotal for guests needing accessibility accommodations. The Disability Access Service program, designed to assist guests who cannot tolerate long waits due to developmental disabilities, including autism, will see several modifications. These include adjustments to pre-arrival attraction selections, party size limitations, extended enrollment eligibility, and the need for current guests to reapply. The aim is to ensure that the service reaches its intended audience without compromising the experience for all park visitors. These changes are significant for travelers with disabilities, as the Disability Access Service is a critical component for their visit, providing a way to enjoy the park without the strain of conventional lines. By moving Disability Access Service enrollment to virtual platforms and extending the validity period, Disney seeks to make the registration process more accessible and the service more accommodating to families and groups traveling with a disability. This is a step towards enhancing accessible travel within the parks, ensuring all guests can experience the magic of Disney without unnecessary barriers. The transition to virtual registration for the Disability Access Service at Disney World and the shift of in-person registration locations at Disneyland are designed to streamline the process. With the validity of new Disability Access Service enrollments extended to 120 days, planning for travelers with disabilities becomes more flexible, allowing for a broader window to enjoy the park. This adjustment is crucial for disabled Disney World and Disneyland visitors, as it directly affects how they can manage their park visits within their travel schedules. Disney's adjustments to the Disability Access Service program underscores their dedication to providing an inclusive and accessible environment for all guests, especially those with disabilities. By clarifying eligibility and enhancing the registration process, Disney aims to ensure that every visitor, regardless of their disability, has an enjoyable and fulfilling experience. This commitment extends to offering a variety of support services and accommodations, from American Sign Language interpretation to sensory guides, catering to the diverse needs of their guests. The updates to Disneyland and Walt Disney World's Disability Access Service are a welcome development for the community of disabled travelers. These changes reflect Disney's ongoing efforts to make the parks accessible to everyone, addressing the challenges of overtourism and ensuring that those who require additional support are not left behind. As Disney continues to refine its services, travelers with disabilities can look forward to more inclusive and enjoyable experiences at these beloved theme parks. Today in Travel is brought to you by The Adept Traveler, an award-winning travel agency that specializes in making travel easier for everyone. From the novice to the expert, from the able-bodied to the disabled traveler, it's our belief that everybody deserves to travel well. Until next time, travel well, my friends.